Hello YouTube's I'm the Aconite here, and here in California, if the pandemic don't kill you first, the forest fires will. So anyway, Karma? Is that you? For some reason I keep forgetting how high these trees can grow. Maybe it is safer to stay inside. That's better. So anyway, Jake Munro. From one force of destruction to another. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit, yeah, I was a fan at first. Okay, I can still remember all the playlists I used to watch around that time. You know, American McGee's Alice, as well as the main one everybody remembers, the tedious platforming. I can't even think of the name. You know what? You know the one. It was for PS2, G4. Did a playthrough on it, as well as everything around that time. They did Bioshock. Kai was playing that for a while. Outlasts. John made that playlist his own for a number of reasons. Fucking love John, dude. I love just old school metal ass gaming, which even, you know, as a channel they never really that's almost a hollow shell of its former self. Not only without John, but now that they haven't uploaded in like a year now, so I don't think he's loyal to anything he's ever said, Jake. Because not only does he refuse to acknowledge that titles are not labels, he's also one of them dummies that thinks that it's whatever you want it to be. Okay? For instance, well, I've already got a video on why titles aren't labels, unsurprisingly enough, I should say, with Edmund and Paul, too. So check that out if you haven't already. But the reason titles aren't labels is because titles are names and labels are adjectives. Don't confuse the two, because there's much more to goth than just opinionated jibber-jabber. Okay, it's its own music genre, and that's all there is to it. I mean, I'm not saying that you should only listen to goth music. Nobody's saying that at all, unless they are an actual elitist. But yeah, no, maybe before you decide to give some bastard like me hate, you could take a look at how long my channel's been running with enough content, enough pretty much, I don't want to say diverse content, but especially since I'm one to talk with only 2 CD reviews going, but literally all the guy even does anymore is just watch TikTok. That's it. One few videos he has done regarding goth are only exclusively about the fashion for the most part. Not that I incorporate a bunch of horror props and stuff into my channel too, but not to the point where it's only what I do. Okay, and there's a number of reasons as to why what he says is wrong, not to mention unfair to genuinely inquisitive novices to the subculture, but you know what? Saying that goth is whatever you want it to be and expecting people to accept you for that, it's almost like kissing ass. I think I compared it at some point to pick up with women, right? If you just kiss ass instead of kicking it in the world, that people will somehow love you, that only works in the movies, okay? This isn't Hitch. Okay, if you're the all feeling, never thinking, don't do that. Okay, take the red pill, fellas. I'm even guilty of my own fuck ups, obviously. Okay, we're always learning, but at some point or another, I guess the switch in his head shut off, and he's just kind of on autopilot because, you know, and I'm not, I've made my fuck ups too. The Clockwork Orange rant, everybody remember that? For the longest time, I used to want to hate the hell out of everything affiliated with that shit, even going so far as to visualize what it would be like if Eric and Alex actually fought. Hi there, Eric. I'm singing in the rain. It can't rain all the time, Alex. And those lines of dialogue really work together. But since one's immortal and the other's just some punk-ass kid, he'd mop the floor up with him, so it's not even worth it. Especially since it's all fictional anyway, so yeah, no, it's a stupid fucking thing to argue, it's a stupid thing to think about. But I'll bet you never thought of that. The dialogue, It kind of works. Fuck it. What else can I compare this dude to? Here's a good one. Real relevant to today. Racism in the goth scene. You could believe that goth in and of itself is strictly a white people thing. Okay, musically, aesthetically, whatever. Even if it were an aesthetical thing, that's still fucking racist. Okay, that'd be like kicking Billie Eilish out of whatever rapper shit that she's into these days just because she's not exactly dark as the night sky. Okay, she's as pale as they come. Have you seen those eyes? What even is that shade of blue? It's lighter than this background behind me. But, yeah, nobody wants to turn goth into the next KKK, but the robes are all black instead of, you know? Nobody should want that. And just based on belief alone. Okay, I've already touched on why that's an issue too. I mean, go watch my goth versus racism video as well. It's fucking cool. I mean, it's back when my cat was still alive, Gizmo. He was a damn good pet. He was more of a friend than a pet, though. Real loyal guy. And, yeah, no, he only ever really argues. Him and his fans, I'm noticing, especially from the Trump walls worth of text that they'll write to me about their feelings. About how they think I'm one to talk or whatever, how they think I don't know him at all. Dude, I watched him for half a decade. Lollipop Chainsaw. Alice Madness Returns, that's what it's called. Alice Madness Returns, Lollipop Chainsaw, fucking Bioshock, Shadow of the Colossus, first couple playthroughs, you know, I've watched a lot of their shit. You'll go through some of their comments, I can guarantee you'll find at least one written by me. I can still remember how I used to look back then. I had this, you know, my mom used to keep shaving my head all the time, so this was only after I'd finally taken control over my life and finally got to start growing my hair out, so it was kind of all uneven and like a shaved head but grown out for like half a year. One of the messy, almost hipster-looking cuts. Unless you're Hayden Christensen from Revenge of the Sith, it's pretty hard to pull that off, but I don't know. I teased mine up on the front and on the top all over. I had this fucked up little pedo stash before I shaved that off. By the way, the Donagle's coming back. So yeah, if you're gonna argue with anyone, not that in an ideal world that would happen, but just if you're gonna argue, use the facts, not the fallacies. Okay, think, don't feel. And I realize it's impossible to just shut your feelings off. They can't be controlled, they can't be feigned, but we all have control over our actions, so don't be a yutz. Okay, that's why I have Edmund and Paul. Okay, those bastards are hilarious. It's part of the reason I want to be able to, yeah, even if it's just for comedy's sake, it sort of, on the sly, educates especially younger, more innocent people into the subculture. In fact, oh shit, it's almost 4 o'clock. I'm late for a card game with those bastards, so yeah, I'm gonna cut this short real quick. What? Nothing. Edmund, you got a 9? Time to collect pairs then. Six. Two. 13? Yes! Yes, I'm the ultimate goth. What? You're not being serious, I trust. Why else would we be playing? It was even my idea to use the Chris Angel cards. I just thought we were playing for this 20. There's money here? Hey! Perhaps you should stop posing.
What are you talking about? Isn't that the only way to tell is by believing in opinions?
Gentlemen, I do believe it's time we did away with both sides of the spectrum. Paul, I happen to have a little friend for you to play with.
Ooh, goody, a new friend.
He's just as short, hairy, and annoying as you.
Who is he?
He's the Krite from Critters.
Ah! Ah!
Oh, how droll indeed, sir. I'm not quite through with you yet, either. There's still one last thing I need to check. Good sir, what on earth are you doing? Some fucking gentleman you turned out to be. You're not even a man! I say... If you like, please like. Feel free to share obscure little thoughts in the comments below, as well as to share the video itself. Subscribe if you wish to see more. Don't forget to hit the bell if you do. And as always, thank you so very much for watching. I love you all. And you saw nothing. It can't rain all the time, Alex.
Sorry.
No, you're not. Dude, you realize this is all gonna have to be its own proper B-roll, right?
Probably, yeah.
It can't rain all the time, Alex.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this for a second.